4 in 10 Americans can't cover a surprise $400 bill with cash, not 4,400, a car battery, a dental visit, a cracked phone. And yet the advice we keep repeating is to save $1,000 and call yourself protected. I want to answer the real questions running through your head right now, the doubts that keep you from ever building a proper cushion. Because once you've heard the honest answers, that scary savings goal stops feeling impossible and starts feeling like a plan. First question, isn't $1,000 enough? It used to be. The number made sense years ago when rent, groceries, and repairs all cost less. Picture your car dying on a Tuesday. Transmission's gone, the mechanic quotes you $2,400. You hand over your $1,000 cushion and you're still $1,800 short. Out comes the credit card. The old number stayed frozen while real life got way more expensive. $1,000 isn't a safety net anymore, it's a speed bump. Second question, why does this even matter so much? Because an emergency fund was never about getting rich, it's about staying in control. It's the wall between a bad week and total chaos, and when that wall is too thin, one surprise knocks everything over. A new set of tires runs hundreds. An emergency vet visit can hit $1,000 on its own. A furnace that quits in January? Thousands. Real emergencies almost always cost more than that single $1,000. And when the fund runs dry, you don't just stop, you borrow, and credit card interest can run over 20% as of 2025. So a $1,000 gap doesn't stay $1,000, it grows every single month. Third question, and this is the big one. So what's my real number? There isn't one magic figure for everybody. The rule most experts land on is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Not your whole paycheck, not your fun money, just the bills you absolutely have to pay to keep the lights on. Which leads to the obvious follow-up. What counts as essential, rent or mortgage? Utilities, food, insurance, minimum debt payments, getting to work. That's the list. Skip the streaming, the dining out, the vacations. You're sizing a survival fund, not your normal lifestyle. Then you might ask, why a whole range? Why 3 to 6? Because your life isn't your neighbor's. Someone with rock-solid job security and a partner who also earns can lean toward 3 months. Someone who's self-employed, the only income in the house, or supporting kids should lean toward 6 or even more. Riskier income means a bigger wall. Steadier income means you can build a smaller one. Let me make that concrete, because the abstract numbers slide right past people. Say your essential monthly bills come to $3,000. 3 months is $9,000 saved. 6 months is $18,000. Suddenly, that old $1,000 rule looks tiny, doesn't it? That's the gap nobody warns you about. Now I can hear the next objection loud and clear. That's way too much money, I'll never get there. I get it. But sit with the data for a second. That same survey finding, 4 in 10 people unable to cover $400 in cash. That's how thin most safety nets really are. For millions, a small hit means borrowing, selling something, or skipping a bill. And the people who do have a real cushion. Research on financial stress consistently ties a solid emergency fund to lower anxiety. They sleep better. They make calmer money choices. They don't panic quit or panic borrow. The cushion isn't just money, it's clarity. So the honest answer to, is it too much, is no. It's just bigger than you've been told, and you don't build it overnight. Let me walk you through exactly how. Start with a starter fund. That old $1,000 isn't useless. It's just not your finish line. Treat it as your first level, a buffer that stops small emergencies from turning into credit card debt while you build the real number. Next, pin down your true monthly essentials. Pull up your bank statement and add up rent, utilities, food, insurance, transportation, minimum payments. That total is your survival cost. Multiply it by 3 for your minimum target and by 6 for your stretch goal. Now you've got an actual number, not a guess. After that, take willpower out of it. Set up an automatic transfer the day after payday, even if it's just $25 or $50 to start. Money you never see in checking is money you never spend. The automation does the heavy lifting so you don't have to feel disciplined every 2 weeks. Then keep the money a little out of reach. A high-yield savings account at a different bank is ideal. You want it reachable within a day for a true emergency, but not so easy to tap that you rate it for a weekend trip. And decide what an emergency actually is before one shows up. Write it down. Job loss, a medical bill, a critical car or home repair, those are emergencies. A sale, a concert, a shiny new gadget, those are not. Clear rules written in advance protect the fund when you're tempted. Here's a question that trips a lot of people. What if I have to actually use it? Then it worked. That's the entire point. The fund caught you. The only rule is that once the emergency passes, you calmly build it back up. Use it, refill it, repeat. Using your emergency fund is not failure. It's the fund doing its job. And what if 3 to 6 months feels impossibly far away right now? Then you're not behind, you're just starting. The person with a fully funded account began exactly where you are. $100 beats zero. A starter fund beats nothing. Funnel every raise, tax refund, and bonus straight into the fund before you upgrade your lifestyle. Track the balance so you can watch it climb, and let that progress pull you forward. Progress, not perfection, is what builds a real safety net. So let me leave you with the one shift that matters. We're not chasing a magic figure, we're building a buffer size for your actual life. The $1,000 finish line was never the finish line, it was the starting block. Imagine a breakdown that's merely annoying instead of terrifying, a surprise bill that's a shrug instead of a panic. That calmer life is what you're building, one small automatic transfer at a time. Now I want to hear your number. Open your bank statement, add up your real monthly essentials, multiply by 3, and tell me how far that target is from where you stand today. No judgment, we're all building this together. And think of one person in your life who still swears by that old $1,000 rule, the friend or family member who genuinely sleep better knowing the real number. Send this their way, it might be the nudge that protects them. If this changed how you see your own safety net, give it a like so it reaches more people who need it, and subscribe so the next money lesson lands in your feed. Go build that wall.